I'm Keandre Dunn.
And I'm Andrew Nunnery, and welcome to TPI. We got a lot to talk about this week. We're really excited. This is our first episode. We're so glad that you're listening to us right now, and we're thankful that you're listening to us right now.
Yes.
Just a little disclaimer. We're going to be giving you a young perspective. So some of the stuff we say might sound stupid. Some of the you won't agree with, and we like that. So please talk back to us, correct us if where is needed. Once again, we're brand new. We don't know what we're doing yet. So if there's something that we can improve on, we would love for y'all to tell us about it.
Yep.
If there's some formatting errors or something like that, let us know about it. But we want to deliver this content. We just want a platform for young people that don't get a lot of voices in the media like that. So hopefully we can bring that to you guys.
We're getting our feet wet right now. We want to do this for a long term. We hope it takes off. We just want to give millennials something they can listen to, because we see a whole lot of podcasts, but we don't see anyone that's like our age and early 20s talking about important stuff: politics, music, sports, you name it, relationships, you name it. So this is what this podcast will be about, and we'll be giving you that weekly.
Exactly. We don't want to do some long introduction. We hope that eventually throughout the show you learn more about us and learn about our backgrounds and whatnot. Just briefly, me and Keandre went to the same college, UT Permian Basin, out in West Texas, Odessa, Texas, in the middle of the desert. I grew up in. I'm 21, turning 22 this month. Keandre is 23 now, 24 now.
24.
He's 24 now. Yeah, he's 24 now. He grew up in Dallas. We were both comm majors. I'm low key a psych double major. But I don't want to talk about it. I mean, degrees are degrees, but I'm just saying. But yeah, so we kind of first time we met, we just talked for like 4 hours out of nowhere.
This about music mainly, music
for 4 hours. Then went to sports, and we're both loud and black. So hopefully it works out. We don't drown each other out, and I hope you like us. So I think that's it, and hopefully you learn about us. I hope you enjoy it. So let's just get right into it.
Well, the main thing that's going on mainly is we're in June, so big thing in sports is the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Right now the Warriors are 2-0 against LeBron James and the Cavaliers. The Warriors look like a locomotive train. Like no one's gonna stop them, and so we're going to preview Game 3, and what are the expectations for Game 3? What are your expectations here?
Oh, man. Look, it's really funny that I think this was kind of the conversation last year whenever the Warriors went up 2-0, where we weren't debating whether or not the Warriors are going to win the series. It was whether or not the Cavs are going to make it competitive, and if this is one of the better teams that we've ever seen. Not so much last year. I know the games where there was the 30-point game blowout last year, and then there was a 15-point game. But even that 15-point game was kind of competitive until the end. The Warriors kind of got garbage points at the end of that game. But this Warriors team, I texted you during the game, and I was really sitting and thinking if there was a more dominant team that I've ever seen in the NBA. And I really couldn't think of a team where every time you come down, it would seem like a shot was going to go in.
Right.
They are too deadly at every position. When they don't start Zaza's hot trash. Zaza, they need to start. JaVale McGee's been playing way too well to not start. I mean, it hasn't hit him, hasn't hurt them yet. But I think JaVale McGee is a great player. But this Warriors team is scary. I was thinking back to the Kobe and Shaq Lakers team. That Miami team was really good. But even they were in competitive games. This team has steamrolled through the whole entire NBA. Like, there is no team that has really, like, challenged them that I could see that could challenge them in the series. All year we thought it would be the Cavs, and the Cavs look defeated. Kyrie's in a box. Kyrie's in a steel cage. Kyrie's in a prison. Klay Thompson is giving him nothing. Is giving him nothing. It is insane. And the past two finals, well, the 1 year Kyrie was injured, but last year the story was who's the better point guard, Kyrie or Steph? Because it looked like Kyrie was. This year, no. It's Is Steph finally
So
becoming
by
a good?
far.
Is Steph finally becoming a great playoff performer?
Mhm.
It's Kevin Durant reminding everybody like y'all forgot that I do this. Like y'all forgot that he was, before the injuries, he was on pace to becoming one of the greatest scorers we have ever seen.
Yeah.
So I don't see anything that the Cavs can bring. Kevin Love is playing pretty well. LeBron's going to be LeBron, but they don't have any other weapons that can challenge the Warriors. And the Warriors have legit 4, maybe 5 weapons if Iguodala can get off sometimes.
Right.
And like they have a team with 6 All-Stars. They have 6 All-Stars on their team. I'm including David West and Andre Iguodala because they've been to All-Star games before. So I don't see the any reason for the Warriors to lose because there's no way 4 people are going to have off games.
Yeah, I agree with that. And look, I came into this final saying Warriors in 5, and I really want to say Warriors in 4, but I respect LeBron greatness way too much.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna give him a game. I'm gonna give him game 3, but I really don't want to do that because this Warriors team looks just hands down better. LeBron, for them to win the series, has averaged around like 46 points, 12 rebounds, 13 assists. Like, he has to do something that's never been done before, which is average a triple-double with 40 points. Like, in the finals. Like he's asking way too much. And so, this team, to me, as constructed right now, is the greatest team we've ever seen. Now, they still got to win 2 more games, but as of right now, June 6, 2017, this is the greatest basketball team that I have ever seen. I don't care about Mike and Scotty. I don't care about LeBron and D-Wade.
That's how you know this is a millennial podcast. That's how you know this is a millennial podcast. It took us 1 year to dismiss the greatness of Michael Jordan. It took us 1 year to say Magic and Kareem were cool.
Man, because everybody keeps trying to tell me that Mike and Scotty are going to defend. Who are they going to defend? I mean, they can defend, sure. But they're not going to lock up Kevin Durant. They're not going to lock up Clay. They're not going to lock up Steph Curry.
No.
So, and Draymond is going to guard one of them along with Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they play, I would pick I'll pick the Warriors in 7. I respect Jordan and Scotty enough. And Scotty and Jordan can have home court. I'll still give it to
That's fine. No, I'm saying like especially it depends what rules you play by. And people are like, oh, if they play a physical game, the Warriors, you don't have to hit me behind the 3-point line, though. Like, you act like the Warriors are going to the paint and shooting 40 free throws a game. They're shooting jumpers, pull-up jumpers. Right. Kevin Durant is a 7'1" guard. He's a 7'1" shooting guard.
And have you seen how bad LeBron has guarded him this year? Oh, LeBron went from guarding Harrison Barnes, who was averaging 9 points last year, to Kevin Durant, who's averaging 36, 7, and 7. 7 and 13, my bad. Yeah. So LeBron, he looks horrible defensively.
With 2 blocks, too. Don't forget, Kevin Durant has like 2 blocks a game, too.
Man, he had 5 the other night. He had 5 games, too. He had 5 blocks and 5 steals. Yeah. So defensively, his defense, to me, he's been the second best defender all season after Draymond Green in the entire NBA and the entire league.
Kawhi?
Kawhi defense is regressed.
Regress, but is Kevin Durant that much better of a defender than Kawhi already?
No, because he can block shots. Kawhi cannot.
Okay, I guess. I
mean, don't get me wrong. I respect
Kawhi's perimeter defense is unworldly to me.
It is, but I'm saying, bro, they in their deadline, they always put Kevin Durant at the center. They can switch him from shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center. Yeah. Like, he can play point too. Like, he's bringing the ball up the court. Yeah. Like, he's playing all 5 positions. Not even LeBron can do that.
Player. So, hot take. Is Kevin Durant the best player in the NBA right now?
If he wins this ring, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Because he's a better offensive player. He's a better offensive scorer than LeBron James. He's not a better offensive player than LeBron James. Passing is phenomenal.
Fair.
But Kevin Durant defense is 10 times better than LeBron. LeBron's over defender the last 5 seasons.
Fair. Well, I won't say horrible. I won't say horrible. He doesn't have to guard too many people.
This way, the Warriors are shooting through 2 games. They're shooting 63% when guarded by LeBron James.
Oh, snap.
63%. And Kevin Durant is shooting 70% by himself when guarded by LeBron. The defense of LeBron has been bad. You see the way Steph cooked him?
Oh my goodness. He double dribbled, but I don't give a damn.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't give a damn because LeBron James has been traveling since 2004. So
yeah.
He's been traveling since 2004, so I don't want to hear about a double dribble.
There's no one in the league that's packed his bag more than LeBron James.
Man, that man said he said today it's just basketball. I'll be okay. So you know LeBron just gave up. LeBron has given up. He said after the game, he's like, all I need is some food and some wine and I'll be okay. He don't care anymore. He's like, look, this Warriors team is something different. I can't beat them.
I mean, look, what they're relying on is J.R. Smith and Cal Korver and Shumpert getting hot in Cleveland, but if that's what you're relying on, I'm going to put the Warriors in 4.
Yeah.
I'm going to take them in 4.
I had Warriors in 6 at the beginning of this series just because I thought LeBron was going to win the first game, and then the Warriors were going to go on a tear, and then he's going to win one game at home. That's what I thought.
Okay.
Now I'm thinking Warriors in 5 because I think the Warriors are going to win Game 3. I have the Warriors winning Game 3 maybe by like 10, and then just giving them Game 4 just so they win on their home court.
Right.
Because a lot of teams, they can become disinterested when you're up 3-0.
Yeah. Well, once you steal that one game on the road, you don't care
anymore. You're just like, you know what, you can have this one, and we'll just win at home.
So I mean, but if the Warriors do this, they're going to be the first team to ever go 16-0 in the playoffs.
I don't care about the record. I still think they're the best playoff team of this millennium so far.
Man, but you will be remembered by that. Like 16-0 is something to remember. Like that's arguably more impressive than 73-9 because this is playoff basketball.
It is more impressive than 73-9. It wouldn't have been more impressive than 73-9 if they would have won the finals.
That's a good point.
If they would have won a championship, the 73-9 would have been more impressive than 16-0. So
even though they went down 3-1 as well, and it took them coming back from OKC, you still think they would have been the greatest season ever?
If they would have won a championship, if they would have won a championship,
yeah,
absolutely. If they would have capped it off with the championship, I would have said that was the greatest team by a year. Now, I think this team has to become a dynasty before I put them over the Jordans and the Lakers and the Celtics teams. Like once they become a dynasty, I'll be like, you know what, okay, because they have 2 players for sure that are injury prone: Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. So I don't want to give them the title of greatest team of all time quite yet because I give dynasties, but year wise, absolutely. Right. If they go 16-0, this is the greatest team in a year that we've ever seen.
I mean, I would still give it to them if they won this. I think they're going to be in the finals in the next 5 years. I don't see this. This is not a stop. The only team that may have a chance is if the Spurs sign Chris Paul and they team him over Kawhi and Marcus Aldridge.
I don't even think that could work because we've seen what Steph does to Chris Paul. Chris Paul is allergic to Steph Curry. Chris Paul is allergic to Steph Curry.
That's a good point.
Chris Paul's one of the greatest perimeter defenders we've seen. But when he plays against Steph Curry, my goodness.
Yeah,
crisscross applesauce every day.
He embarrasses him. So, I mean, I guess that's true, but I would still, the Warriors, I mean, the Spurs are the only team that can give them a challenge. The Jazz aren't going to do it. The Houston Rockets aren't going to do it. The Clippers aren't going to do it.
Absolutely not.
So, I mean, it's the Spurs or bust.
It is the Spurs or bust. I agree. It's the Spurs or bust unless, now, I won't say the Rockets can't do it if they do an off-season move, and Daryl Morey is definitely capable of doing things like that.
I mean, who would you trade for?
I think if you trade for, maybe if you get a Paul Millsap, an interior defender, I think that could be a good pickup. Jimmy Butler is a Houston.
You're asking your best player to commit to defense for the Houston Rockets, and he's never been to do that.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I just said Jimmy Butler. If you get Jimmy Butler, that's a Houston guy. He might be interested in coming back to Houston and playing, relieving some pressure off of James Harden. He doesn't have a superstar mentality like that, so I don't think he cares about his buckets like that. So I don't think there'll be an ego
He's a hell of a player.
And
he's a really, really good player.
So that'd be something. But I don't know. There's just no team to me that can challenge a team that has 3 MVP trophies on their team.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They have 3 MVP trophies on their team.
I mean, the Cavs, they can go get Carmelo, but
it's not gonna. No, that's not gonna fix your problem. Your problem is defense. Is defense. Melo's not gonna fix that. And I think Melo would be a great. Acquisition on any Eastern Conference team to challenge the Cavs. But for the Cavs, no, that's not a good move.
Right. So you see, because I said the Warriors are going to be in the finals in the next 5 years. I think the Cavs might be the same. It's just LeBron might lose the next 5 as well. LeBron in his career like 3-9 in the finals.
I won't say the Cavs are going to be in the finals like that.
Who do you think the challenge is? Boston?
I think Boston has a chance to challenge them. I think
they got a piece.
They got peace because Isaiah went down. Even though Isaiah went down.
No. They got a sign.
Oh yeah, get peace. Well, I mean, if Markelle Fultz becomes even a 15 points a game scorer, I think that's a big move. I think they're going to sign at least one person this offseason. There's way too many acquisitions that they can, even if it's Gordon Hayward.
That'd be a really good fit.
Even if it's just Gordon Hayward, Markelle Fultz, and Isaiah Thomas, I mean, that would be great. I think they need to have a perimeter defender still on their team, so I really don't want to get rid of Avery Bradley like that.
Right.
Because Isaiah Thomas's defense is so dookie. So
yeah, that's true.
Isaiah Thomas single-handedly made what was the best defense last year in the NBA, the 21st worst defense in the NBA this year. Single-handedly. By far the worst defender in the NBA. So I mean, it's just crazy that Kevin Durant changed the history of the NBA single-handedly.
Bro, I mean, it's crazy, but imagine if he went to like a Wizards or something like that. It would have been way more balanced.
The NBA would have been competitive because the East would have been super competitive.
Yes, it would have.
Because the Cavs aren't going to be written off as the best team in the East anymore. So
right.
now you have the Wizards. The Warriors would be so super powered. Kawhi Leonard may or may not be hurt right now. Because Skip Bayless made the stupid ass point that they were up by 20 in that game before Kawhi went down. It's like, and then what? That one game, and then what? And then what?
Yeah, he's trying to give like a 4-game sweep or something like that. If Kawhi Leonard was there, like,
please,
they were going to win that one game, probably get another one, and that was it.
That was it.
They were going to get peached when they went back to San Antonio because the Warriors are a really good road team. So it really didn't matter.
No, I didn't. I don't think it mattered. I think this Warriors team is built for the next couple years. But I can tell you this right now, though. After these, maybe 4 or 5 years, I think it's on Klay's shoulders to depend on whether or not they're successful. Because once these 4 years or 5 years pass, they're going to be trash again. They're going to go in that cycle. Because they're going to be older. They're going to be. I know they're going to get some more mileage because I don't think they were blowing out teams this year, but they weren't blowing them out like that 7-3-9 year when they were resting in the fourth.
I mean, it kind of works. This year they're winning playoff games by 17 points a game.
Playoffs. I'm talking about regular season mileage.
Oh, okay.
Like their regular season mileage was a little bit different this year. So I think they're gonna go bad. Eventually, the NBA is gonna get back to being competitive again, but it sucks. I mean, we were distracted this year by the great MVP race, the rise of the Jazz and the Heat and the Rockets, the triple doubles this year and stuff. Yeah. And we were excited about the young players, and we just completely neglected the fact that the top of the East and West is so grand. It's such a large gap. Even though the Celtics were number 1 in the East, we kind of knew what it was going to be.
Right.
So.
I agree, and like I said, 5 years from now, we're going to be talking about who's better historically all time, Kevin Durant or LeBron, because Kevin Durant is possibly going to have more championships than LeBron in 5 years.
And his record in the finals is
going to be way better. It's going to be like 4-1 or 4-2 versus 3-9 or 4-7 or something like that. So it's going to be nasty.
And it sucks because LeBron is such a great player. He just suffers from being on bad teams.
Well, it's his fault though. He constructed the team.
That is
like
true.
he told them go trade for Kyle Korver. He said go trade for Iron Shumpert. He said go trade for J.R. Smith.
Yeah.
He wanted to trade for Kevin Love. He got all these non-defenders. Only the defender that's his name was Shumpert.
And he don't even get minutes. He doesn't even get burned.
Because he can't score the ball.
Yeah.
Richard Jefferson, I mean, it's all LeBron's fingerprints.
True.
He can't blame no one but himself. So that he constructed this team. If he really wanted to win, he would keep Kyrie Irving, get rid of probably Kevin Love, and destroy the entire roster from top to bottom except LeBron.
I think they need to rebuild.
And he traded Tristan Thompson because I thought he was all overpaid anyway. He's 6'9" and he averages 9 He gets paid $20 million a year.
Yeah.
That's not a post presence. So offensive rebounds he gets. That's not a post presence. So if they had got DeMarcus Cousins or something like that, that would have been incredible.
That would have changed everything.
Exactly, but they didn't get that. So you got Tristan Thompson, a guy who can't score, can't make his free throws. He had 0 points, 4 rebounds in game 1. You give him $20 million a year, 0.4 rebounds.
Jeez.
So good luck. Zaza better game. Zaza had a better game. Low-key, Zaza's a better player. So.
Why we no? I don't want to give Zaza. I don't want to talk about Zaza Pachulia ever. I don't want to talk about Zaza Pachulia ever. I think you need to start JaVale McGee and then have McAdoo come off the bench and stuff, and McCall.
McAdoo was supposed to transform into like a solid center. He couldn't do it either. So
I don't think they gave him a solid chance. Honestly,
yeah, that's true.
I don't think they give him. I mean, they don't really need to give him a chance. Like the Warriors are good.
Right.
Like he's a product of a bad situation with that. So, I mean, that's. I mean, he's gonna get his rings though. I mean, be happy, bro. You go tell your grandkids you run a championship team. You know,
like Robert Horry.
Like Robert, you said like Robert Horry.
Yeah, like Robert Horry.
Robert Horry actually contributed though.
Robert Horry just went on ESPN yesterday and said Hakeem Olajuwon was 20 times better than Tim Duncan. So,
Robert Horry also said T-Mac wasn't a Hall of Famer. So yeah. So we could get Robert Horry to shut. I'm not gonna say that. I just met him like a couple weeks ago. He's a nice guy. So he's a really nice guy. He was talking to me and stuff about how he's like Manu needs to be. He was talking about because he played with Manu, so he's like Manu needs to be done. Like I don't think he has anything left in the tank. But he said Manu was a Hall of Famer too. So
I'm not a trainer at all. So
yeah. So I mean, Robert Horry, like I respect you. You're a great. Great
what?
Basketball figure. He's a great footnote in basketball history.
For riding great teams' coattails.
I mean, he has highlights. He has the clutch shot highlights.
24 seconds left. He makes one shot, and that's his only play time for the rest of the game.
But it's like it's one of the best shots in the NBA. Like, let's think about it. The shot that he hit against the Kings changed Chris Webber's career forever. Because Chris Webber could have been all-time great if he went to the NBA Finals that year. Because let's be real, whoever got out of the West that year was going to kill the Nets. whoever got out of the West that year was going to kill the Nets. Whoever got out of the West the year they beat the Pacers are going to kill the Pacers.
Yeah.
So that changed the NBA forever. And that Portland team too was really good, and Robert Horry hit clutch shots against them. So
would you have picked Portland against the Nets?
What?
Would you have picked Portland against the Nets?
Yes. That Portland team was nasty. That Portland team was super. Steve Smith, Scottie Pippen, prime Rasheed Wallace. Oh yeah. I would definitely pick them. Absolutely.
All 7 teams, because the Mavs were up in there too, Spurs too, and the Timberwolves. They all would have
bit the Nets.
And
I love Jason Kidd. I love Kerry Kittles. I love Richard Jefferson. I'll go down the list. No.
Yeah. The only team they might have a chance to get is probably the Suns. With Stephon Marbury. That's probably.
That's fair.
Probably.
That's fair.
Maybe.
That's fair. But the moral of the story is this Warriors team is something that we probably will never see again. I hope this is not the trend of the NBA. I hope this is not the trend of the NBA. Like Kevin Durant said, I don't know why you go to Miami and the Lakers, but he did it too. But I'm just saying, I don't know why you guys just want to be competitive. I hope this is not the trend in the NBA. But
I mean, it looks like it's going to be for the next 5 years. We might see the same rematch for the next 5 years. So, I mean,
I hope not.
There's going to be one team that wins 6 times, and another team wins maybe 2.
Yeah.
Cleveland might sneak another one, but that's really sneaky. So, me either. But in other news,
let's move on. I'm a Rockets fan, and a Celtics fan, so my head's hurting. I don't like to talk about the Cavs and Warriors too much. Sorry, a little bit.
But keeping in Houston, Houston Astros have been really, really good. Really, really. I'm talking about their World Series favorites to win the whole thing.
And everybody counted them out. Everybody was like, they didn't really do too many off-season moves. I mean, the Carlos Beltran, who they get from the Reds? What's his name? The Reds, right? Wasn't it a Reds player or was it the Angels player that they got this offseason?
They got Brian McCann from the Yankees.
The Yankees. I'm trying to think there was a player from... I can't remember. But they didn't do too many offseason moves. There was questions about whether or not Keuchel can get back to Cy Young caliber pitching again. And they threw that all out the window. They said yes. They said yes. Jose Altuve is being Jose Altuve. Carrera is playing like an all-star. Oh my goodness! I'm so excited for Houston sports in general.
I thought that was like a little overrated until you went up here and put 7 innings on the Rangers and
the Rangers have been the big bad boys of the division for the longest.
Yeah,
right, church mouse as a church mouse. I mean, I give it to them. Every year you tell me like, oh, you think the Rangers are going to lose this series? Okay, let's watch. Let's see if the Astros can even win a game. And this year, man, it's so exciting. It's so exciting. I've never even been a baseball fan, but I'm a Houstonian, so I always root for the home team. So whenever I see the Houston winning games like this, it just like it brings back the memories of. The Killer Bees, the Killer Bees, and Roger Clemens, and it's a really fun time to be in Houston.
It is, and I'll give them credit. I don't hate that. I never hated the Astros. I hate the fans because the fans try to make it a rivalry against the Rangers. When the Rangers have won 70% of the games versus the Astros, it's not really a rivalry. And so, the Astros just moved to the AL West 4 years ago, so it's not a rivalry. But I root for them because I like George Springer. I like Jose Altuve, I like Brian McCann. I love Evan Gaddis went to our school with UTPB.
Yeah, Evan Gaddis,
I love Carlos Beltran. He was on the Rangers last year. Yeah. And so I love the team. I just never thought it was a rivalry, so I'll be rooting for him because I know the Rangers are not doing anything this year.
Who do you think is going to challenge them? I think, because with me, my only question with the Astros this year is the way baseball goes is how you perform at the end of the year before the playoffs. So we saw the Rangers last year. The Rangers were by far the best team in baseball last year. End of the year, they started losing games. Come playoff time, they got swept. So
that's true.
So that's my one concern. So what team do you think out there could challenge?
In the AL, because the Rangers were the best team in the AL last year, but you feel me? The Cubs were the best team in the AL last year as well. But I don't want to say the Indians because the Indians have been struggling. I would probably say the Yankees because the Yankees have been really, really good. So I would say the Yankees in the AL, and if we're in NL, I would say the Nationals and the Dodgers were good too. But the Cubs
are good every year, and then the Dodgers.
They go to the playoffs and they choke. Because Clayton Kershaw can't pitch in the postseason.
Last year he changed people's minds though.
With one game performance,
I think they put him in the rotation too much last year though. Like
he has a career
game, so they're like, we got to start Kershaw. We have to start Kershaw, and then he just kind of got burned out.
Yeah, he has a 4.6 ERA in the playoffs, and then a 2.5 ERA in the regular season. Yeah. Just for his career, he just can't perform in the playoffs. He just can't. Yeah. And so I don't trust him. I mean, I wouldn't take him on my team. So, he's the best pitcher. He's the best regular season pitcher. But if you give me a pitcher to take in the playoffs, I'm probably going to take Madison Bumgarner, who's out because he wanted to ride a motorcycle.
Athletes are so dumb. If I was an athlete, I swear to God, I'd just be at the home at the crib and order everything to my house. Like I wouldn't have to go anywhere. Like I'll be rich enough. Athletes are so stupid.
I mean, he gets paid roughly, I want to say $17 million a year, and you can hire your own butler or something like that. Like you can have people do your errands for you. Like so I mean, but hey, all the more to him. So but transitioning that to kind of the political field, television, there were some controversial comments from Bill Maher decided to make a joke saying the house in bomb instead of just.
Oh, we can say it. We can say it. So because we're out for millennials, so some people might not know the context. So it was it a congressman that he had on the show?
Yes.
It was a congressman, and the congressman made a joke, said, Bill Maher, you should come work the fields with us, because I think he lives in an agricultural probably part of town. He's like, come work the fields. And Bill Maher's like, come work the fields. And like people start laughing. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, but I'm a house nigga. And he's like, oh, guys, it's just a joke. So I took it in two parts. First part, I always look at who is saying it. Bill Maher has been one of the most liberal media personalities of our generation. So I always thought Bill Maher was entertaining. I always had a lot of respect for Bill Maher. He's definitely championed for African Americans in the past. And there, of course, I don't agree with all of the things he says, because he is an atheist, so I disagree with that. He doesn't like rap music, so I disagree with him in that and stuff like that. And I get he's a comedian, and you have to try to tote the line for a joke, but you have to be smarter than that. You know, there's just some no-nos you don't do. As especially in times like this where the country is so racially divided. Why would you create such a big division when you've been one of those Caucasians that we went to for truth and that we did respect? And I was really hurt by not the actual saying of the N-word, because we live in the South, so we've heard white people say the N-word before.
All the time.
People just like that think they're comfortable with us because we're just cool guys. They'll just say the N-word and think it's okay. It's the lightness of it afterwards when he said it's just a joke, and the severity of what he was saying. The history of being a house nigga is so important in African American culture, and something that it should never be taken lightly. And I was very offended by it. When I first saw what it was gonna be, I was like, oh, he probably was like quoting a rap lyric, or he probably said
Me too.
I was like, quoting a rap lyric. He's probably was just like, nigga please, or something stupid. Something stupid. But no, he said house nigga.
When he represents slavery. So you start representing slavery, and it's just stay out of it. don't put yourself. Don't enter that conversation, man. Don't. Because I like Bill Maher as well. He says a lot of controversial things. I don't agree with everything he says as well. I was preferring Jon Stewart. I like Jon Stewart way more, but I like him too. He's more. He's like an uncut Jon Stewart, and so he says a lot of stuff that you will disagree with, but you agree with a lot of things he says as well. He believes it, and he can back all this stuff over a lot of evidence, and he's really funny. I like the show. I like the show as much as I like John Oliver's, and and I think both of them do a good job, but just stay out of it. Like, you don't have to put that type of controversy on yourself, because now people want you fired from your job, and HBO has to make these comments and all this saying
the joke wasn't even funny.
It wasn't funny at all. It
wasn't even funny. Like, it would have been funnier if he was black. It actually would have been hilarious. Like, it would have been so funny if he was like black. I would get it. And one thing that I hate about the situation, which I always get annoyed with situations like this, are the defenders of Bill Maher that tell African Americans to let it go, or tell African Americans that the word isn't as powerful as you think it is, or Bill Maher didn't mean it in that way. The one thing I always hated is like, why do you get to tell me how I'm allowed to feel about a certain situation? I say the N-word. I do. I say it around my face. I get it. But just because I say it doesn't give you the right to say it, or gives me the right to not be offended. Like, you can't tell me not to be offended about certain ways or certain tones that people use against me. That is really, really stupid.
It's like someone coming up to me and punching me and say, "Oh, don't feel pain by that punch."
Right, exactly.
Don't feel pain by that. But I hit you, but don't feel pain by. You can't tell me how I should feel about certain things. I feel how I feel, and so it's always been a discussion about that word, because the only reason why this comes up a lot is because we tell people that certain people that's not African American that they cannot say it. That's the only reason why this comes up so much. If everyone was allowed to say it, no one would probably say it.
Exactly.
It's not like smoking weed. Like smoking weed is illegal. If you made weed legal, it'll be good for like the next 5 years. After that, no one will probably do it as much. So
that's true. I think it would even it out, or it will turn like alcohol. I don't know, depending on how you regulate it. But I just lost my train of thought. I forgot where I was about to go with it. Yeah,
I mean, this is a polarizing discussion.
The word's not that cool. The word's not that cool, y'all. I've used it so many times. It's really not that great of a word. It's okay.
Really
like, look, y'all have a higher, white people, y'all have a higher income. Y'all have a better chance of getting jobs. Y'all have a lower rate of getting pulled over by the police. Y'all don't go to prison as much. Just give us the N-word. That's all we just exclusively let us have the N-word. Okay? Like y'all have so much. Can we just have the N-word, please?
Exactly. I would trade places in a heartbeat.
Oh man, I would say all that. I love being black. I'm not
talking about like changing to wanting to be a white. I'm saying opportunity and
if you told me I get all opportunities of a white person, and all I have to do is not say the N-word in public.
Yeah.
What? Jigga, please. I would have some jigga, higga, figga. What are you talking about? I would have so many replacement words.
Right. So, it's just too many words in vocabulary for this to always come up because someone feels like they want to say it because they get told they can't say it. And so, it's not, it's just too polarized. Just say it.
It's not that sweet, y'all.
It's really hard for people to be funny because say the Kathy Griffin made a horrible
my goodness. The dumbest thing she ever could do. Have that be a black person do that to Donald Trump. The FBI would be on their doorstep the next day.
Exactly.
Next day. That's an actual threat. That's a federal offense. She threatened the president.
And I agree. Me and you don't agree with Donald Trump at all.
I hate him. I think he's the.
Me too. But that was so tasteless and
it wasn't
tasteless and it wasn't. How was it funny? Like, I like Kathy Griffin. How was it even funny? I do. I think she's trying to buy. But
what? I'll tell you one Kathy Griffin joke that I ever heard in my life. My goodness.
I think she's trying to hide. I think she's kind of funny, but it just that wasn't funny. Like, how did she think? She even said when she was doing it, she was saying that we're going to be sent to Mexico for this. That wasn't even funny. But I don't understand, like, because you're not from Mexico, so I understand like that reference, but it just people try so hard to be funny, and it's too hard for certain people. Certain people just can't do it.
It's so funny. The second that Trump gets into office, all the people that we champion are the ones that are fucking up now.
Yeah.
At a time where we can't be.
Yeah.
This is the wrong time. This is the wrong time for the Bill Maher's and Kathy Griffins to be messing up like this. Can y'all please get it together? Like,
and then Stephen Colbert, he's getting in trouble as well because he's been making a lot of like bad jokes about Donald Trump as well, and they haven't been funny either. I don't think he's that funny in the first place. I think he's okay, but
he was better on the Colbert Report when he was his character.
Well, that was because he had his writers. He had Jon Stewart's writers and stuff like that. So
yeah, people don't understand that Stephen Colbert on the Colbert Report, that was an actual character. He was pretending to be a conservative, the type of conservative that like it was a satirical conservative, and that was funny to me. I love that. But now that he's actually has his personality and stuff, I like him as an interviewer. I would say he's one of the better late night hosts at interviewing wise.
I agree with that.
Because there's the late night host like Jimmy Fallon is stupid to me. I can't stand Jimmy Fallon and stuff. I can't stand Jimmy Fallon. James Corden is I don't know. James Corden's okay. Jimmy Kimmel's okay. Jimmy Kimmel's kind of cool, I guess. He's probably the best one in my opinion. Is Jimmy Kimmel. But
Jimmy Kimmel is the best to me.
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel's probably the best interviewer and stuff like that. But I like the N-word is not a funny thing, and it's always gonna cause a problem. So just avoid it. Like avoid making light of situations that are dark. Like stop trying. I get you're supposed to try to find the funny, but some of these situations are just not going to be funny ever.
Yeah.
I'll give you a list of things that will never be funny: slavery and rape. Just stay away from slavery and rape.
Holocaust.
Holocaust. Stay away from Holocaust.
Just stay away from those. Stay away from those jokes.
Mass shootings. Stay away from mass shootings. Like things like that. Just don't make jokes about that. You can make race jokes.
People try to make jokes about 9/11, and I just like, I can't. Why? There's such thousands of other topics to talk about.
You can make black jokes and still not be racist.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There's ways to make black jokes that are funny. Jon Stewart used to make black jokes all the time, and they were hilarious. Like, but he came from a place of like sensitivity. He never made a slavery joke. He never made an N-word joke. Like, I don't understand like how people go so far for laughs. It makes no sense to me.
I agree. Switching to something lighthearted. So rap has been like a controversial topic. It's been a polarizing topic. Especially the last couple of years, it's been like all these new rappers that came in and kind of like ruined the rap according to the old folks or whatever.
Every generation ruins rap to me, though.
That's a good point.
Every new generation ruins rap, but it's just changing rap.
Exactly. Because I would never listen to the 80s, like Run DMC now.
No.
I would never listen to them.
No.
When it's coming back, spoken word, all that crap.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I went to the store. Then I jumped into my car and closed the door. Like, no, that's so lame, trash. Get out of here. We appreciate your service, but no, we're done with you.
Like Slick Rick, Ice-T, please no.
No, don't disrespect Slick Rick. Slick Rick is dope. Slick Rick
is one of the greatest of all time.
Slick Rick is dope. Slick Rick is actually transcending to me. Like, I get, because he was the first like storyteller, like actual like, but it was actually like witty. Maybe not like his old stuff that he used to do with like who's that beatboxing ass dude? What was his name? Dougie Fresh. He used to do stuff with Dougie Fresh and stuff. That stuff was lame. But like children's story, and he has a song with Outkast called Street Talking. Like those stuff like that was cool. But
I respect the historical.
Yeah, respect.
I respect historically, but if they're going to be in my playlist, absolutely not.
No, and they shouldn't. They shouldn't. Rap is always changing. Music is always changing in general. Look, not even just rap. Look at R&B now. The way R&B is, it's more hip hop than it's ever been. R&B used to be love songs. Now it's a lot socially conscious. It's way more sexual. My goodness, way more sexual. So I think that in a couple years, some of the music we're listening to now is going to be considered classic.
Yeah.
Same way that when I grew up, I love Kanye. Kanye's my favorite artist of all time. 808s to me was trash. Now, it was trash to me. But now we look at it, all these new artists' favorite album was 808s and Heartbreak. So the artists that we are listening to now are onto something. And we have to respect that.
So, with that being said, the last 10 years have been like we've seen a shift. Mm-hmm. But what are some albums that you would say are like going to be classics 10 years from now?
Man, so we got to define classic first of all. So when we say classic, are we saying this album is so good it will stand the test of time, or we're saying this album is going to impact the culture in a certain way?
I can't just do both because I think both of them.
Okay, so if we're talking about just a good album that we listen to, like 2014 Forest Hills Drive is a classic album.
It's incredible.
It's an incredible album, but I don't think it's an album that people are going to try to duplicate or try to do the same thing that J. Cole did, because I think what J. Cole did on that album was a moment. That was a moment in hip-hop. I think what Childish Gambino did on Because the Internet was a moment in hip-hop. Another album, To Pimp a Butterfly. I don't listen to Pimp a Butterfly driving around the car, but I know it's a piece of art. Like, I understand how deep it was and how amazing that album was. I think albums like that are just great albums that people are always going to look back to as like a great hip hop album. Now, albums that I think changed the culture, sticking with Kendrick, I think Good Kid, Mad City changed the culture of hip hop. It became okay to be more socially conscious and not come off as preachy. I think it also brought back that style of hip hop of talking about where you from and talking about your situation and things like that. I think that you can look at certain like ratchet mixtapes. Like, to me, Migos' Young Rich Nation changed Atlanta trap culture completely, and now everyone's feeding off of Atlanta trap culture. And people won't think of that as a classic mixtape because a lot of people only know some of the hits off of it. But there's a lot of people in Atlanta that bump that, and people that we see now, like Lil Yachty signed it to QC, which is Migos' record label. Lil Uzi Vert kind of steals that style a little bit. Future's DS2 is another album that people are going to bite off of.
Man, say.
That's a legendary album. That's a legendary. People are going to bite off of that album. So there's a lot of albums that impact the culture that way. Let me see if I can think of any others. Do you have any that you can think of?
I know you're not gonna like these, but Rick Ross Black Market.
No.
We're gonna look back all the hits off of that album.
No.
All there's nothing but hits. We're gonna talk about that. Rick Ross really showed his creativeness in that album. It was a legendary album.
Teflon Don was a better Rick Ross album to me. I still don't think that's a classic album.
Teflon Don had more like rap bangers, but it's like overall greatness. Black Market was better, and so also last 10 years, Jeezy and TN103.
I was gonna say that was actually right when you said Rick Ross. TN103 pops up.
TN103 was incredible. So we're gonna look back and we're gonna say, man, he made 17 songs, non-stop hits. It had all the features. Well, he didn't have the features, but he did. And so then we talk about Culture with Migos.
Culture is the. I think Culture is the first trap album ever made. Like, album. Like, there's like a lot of trap artists, they make mixtapes and they do commercial releases with it. Culture, to me, was an actual album. Like, it had the feeling of like a common theme. The beats had a common sound to it. It was cohesive. I've never heard a cohesive trap like thing like that ever.
I mean, I disagree slightly. I know where you're coming from. I would say TN101.
Okay.
101 was the first trap. And then Gucci Mane Hard to Kill was
I think that was more of a mixtape. I think it was very inspiring for trap artists, but I think it was more of a mixtape to me.
Right. Okay, I get it. I get it. And then like I love Future's Evolve. I love and then Future's album Future.
I don't think it's gonna transcend.
Love it.
I think it's already fallen off.
Man,
outside the hits. I mean, it's something that, I know it's something that you like and you still bump, but I don't think it's something that's going to transcend.
Man, I don't think people were saying DS2 was going to be transcended until now. So like,
okay, that's fair. You're right.
So like, I think 3 years from now, people will still be listening to Future and Hendrix, and both of them are still going to be in people playlists on people Spotify and stuff like that. So I think that's going nowhere. I think Future by himself is going nowhere, but his albums, the last 2 album releases he had, has been really, really, really good. And so,
do you think any of these new ass rappers have one yet?
Outside of Migos, no. I don't see them. I see them all being fast. I see them all going away soon.
I don't even think Migos is considered new to me.
Well, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I feel like they're the leaders of the new trap, but
the only one that has a slight chance will be Uzi Vert, and I'm not completely certain with. But his one song, XO Tour Life, is pretty good. So I'll give him a slight chance. Outside that, Yachty's gonna disappear in 2 years. Look, we ain't even heard Designer no more. Designer gone. Designer gone.
Designer has been one of the most. You know, there's those artists that like you listen to when you're like, oh, he's going to come up next. Like he's going to do it. He has the chance. He had Pusha T back in him. He had Mike Dean producing his beats. He was signed to Kanye's label, and he's done nothing with it.
Yeah.
And has done absolutely nothing with it. He makes me want to puke. It makes me so mad. You had all the tools in the world to be great.
I said it when he first came out. I said he's gonna be a one-hit wonder with that song Panda And then he had Timmy Turner, but outside of that, he's done nothing. And has he released an album?
He released like a B-side mixtape that was terrible.
So
it had one song on it that I liked. It had one song other than like Timmy Turner and stuff that I liked. So, I don't see any of these dudes. Kodak, no.
Absolutely not.
Oh, here's definitely an album that's going to be a classic, and I think it's actually going to change the music industry. Chance the Rapper's coloring book is going to change the music industry in the future, bro. I'm telling you that more artists are going to be independent. They're going to know. They're going to find out you don't need a record label.
He didn't start that. That was Mac Miller.
Mac Miller but Mac Miller sold out. Chance did not sell out. Chance took it to a different level. Mac Miller sold his album. Chance is giving all of his music away for free. All he sells is merch and show tickets. And even his show tickets aren't expensive because most of the time he's doing festivals. And he still won 3 Grammys. Like, do you understand? He has every artist in the game wanting to sign him, wanting to do music with him, wanting to do collabs with him. And he's turning them all down because he has a vision, he has a path. Like, Chance's positivity, no one else is doing music like him. Like, he's a very positive rapper. He has a beautiful daughter, a beautiful baby mama. Like,
the
president loves him. The Hillary Clinton loves him. Everybody, he's on every late show. Ellen loves him. He was on The View the other day. Like, what the hell? A person from the South Side of Chicago was on The View with Barbara, what's her name? Barbara
Walters?
Barbara Walters and Whoopi Goldberg and all them. Like that is insane to me. And he did it all independently through SoundCloud. Like, all his fans were through SoundCloud. Never sold a dime.
I mean, I respect everything he's done. I don't listen to him at all personally. I can't get involved with him, but
you're the only one.
I'm aware I'm the only one. I'm just telling you.
For those who listen, me and Keandra were roommates, and I would bump Chance the Rapper intentionally in the shower and in my bedroom just so he could catch the vapors. Like, just so he could just hear it. Like, he doesn't understand the greatness of what Chance is able to do.
I mean, I like his commercial. One foot out the door, 2 steps in the. Yeah. I like that song. I like that one, but outside of that, I can't really get into it. I respect the hell out of him. Like, Bravo, everything he's done and all that. He's gonna keep going, but I don't like anything about him at all.
I think he has a classic. ASAP Rocky's Long Live ASAP too.
Yeah, ASAP. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Joey Badass as well. Joey Badass, America.
Yeah, America.
Goodness.
That's a classic. That's a very classic. Do you think it's better than? Do you like Joey? Do you actually listen to Joey though?
All the time.
Okay. Do you think he's better than? Do you think it was better than Before the Badass? Before the dollar signs?
His album?
America. You think America was better than Before the dollar signs?
No, I'm saying was before the Badass. Was that was his first album, right?
Yeah, that was his first album.
His first album was ass. Okay. His mixtapes were incredible. His first.
You didn't like his first album? Okay.
Nah, not at all.
That's fair.
His mixtape Pro Era where it was incredible, but
and I
know Pro Era should be coming out soon.
You said what?
Pro Era, his music group, they should be coming out with a lot of stuff soon.
Because one of their main dudes killed himself, so I kind of put a little wrench in their plans. I don't know if you knew about that.
Who did?
What was his name? It was this dude, and he killed himself in a really weird way. So it was this dude, and he was like under Joey Badass in Pro Era. Like, he was like the next one up. And what happened was, like, he was just really sad and depressed. I think he was on drugs too. He tweeted out one day, "I'm done," and then he killed himself. Like, he tweeted it out. Like, he tweeted it out before he killed himself.
How old was he?
Like, maybe like 20, maybe like 21, 22. Like, yeah, like on some like crazy stuff. So I think that put a wrench in Pro Era's like rollout. But yeah, I love Joey Badass. Another album that a lot of people love, I love it too. I know you don't like it. It grew on me is "Awaken My Love" by Childish Gambino, this R&B album. You don't like R&B like I do, so you don't respect it the way you should. But that whole album is amazing to me. It took me a while. Like, first listen, I was like, because I was expecting Childish Gambino to rap, so I was a little upset. Then I was like, I'm gonna listen as an R&B album. Great, fantastic.
I love Childish Gambino. I think he's legendary. He makes nothing but great music.
He came out and said he's only making one more album.
He need to stop saying that type of crap because probably not. Because all rappers do that and they never stop. Jay-Z retired for a year and then came back.
Jay-Z should be doing it. I'm done with Jay-Z.
So come on. No one retires from music.
That's true.
No one stops acting. No one retires from music. It just doesn't happen. So.
That is true.
Like Lil Wayne still gonna be doing features when he's 48.
If he can get on a feature.
Sorry.
Because Quavo's the new Lil Wayne now. Quavo's on everything.
Quavo is the new Lil Wayne. Well, he said he never going solo though.
He needs to. And that'll be another classic album. That'll be another one.
I mean, yeah, but some people can't do it solo. Some people do it, and like your boy Andre, you go solo and
he will. Don't say hold up, because you're gonna piss me off. Don't say he can't go solo. Don't say like Andre's solo album wouldn't be fire as hell. Don't say that.
Do we have one?
But don't say it won't be fire when it comes out.
12 years later, do we have one?
It exists. Chris Rock confirmed it exists.
Okay, so where's that?
It exists.
I can tell you, I got $1 million and I can exist.
Okay,
but I'll show you.
Okay. Who's gonna release first, Young Scooter or Andre 3000? Let's be real. That's what I thought. Okay, so shut the hell up. Don't you dare come from the like that. How dare you disrespect Andre 3000, the greatest rapper of all time?
Andre 3000 is the 6th best rapper of all time.
He's the greatest rapper. Rapping skill-wise, he's the greatest skill rapper of all time. No.
Nas.
No. Nas is not those Dookie beats. No. Get the hell out of here. Recorded through a goddamn telephone. Get the hell out of here. I'm not hearing that. Jesus Christ. Better than Andre 3000. Get the hell out of here.
There's no way Andre 3000 could out-rap Nas.
Out-rap circles. No one's a better rapper. No one can. With a pen, no one's better than Andre 3000. No
what?
Nobody.
Nas there's just no way. He couldn't beat Nas. Nas got 7 solo albums, double platinum or more. Double platinum or more. Your boy don't got no solo album. He got. I can look through it.
Yeah. Okay, but time out. How many albums did Big Boy out-rap Andre 3000? Name them. I'll wait.
How many albums?
How many albums did Big Boy out-rap Andre 3000? What album have you listened to Outkast and you said this was a big, Big Boy and Andre did their thing? No, you said Andre 3000 killed it, and then Big Boy did his.
Seconia? Seconia. Big Boy destroyed Andre 3000, and also on Speaker Box Love Below as well.
Big Boy destroyed Andre 3000 on Speaker Box Love Below. What were the 2 hits on that album? What were the 2 hits? Roses and Hey Y'all. Was Big Boy on those songs? Big Boy was on Roses at the end. At the end, when the radio changed dial, when the DJ went, it went to the next song. But Big Boy destroyed him. And I love Big Boy, but you're being really disrespectful, so you're making me hate Big Boy right now. Because I love him. But his solo albums are not good. He had one good solo album. I'll take that back.
He had the song with Yellow Wolf.
Yellow Wolf?
He had the song Yellow Wolf.
Yellow Wolf.
What's it called? Where they at? Yeah.
Yellow Wolf. We're gonna cite Yellow Wolf as a credible song. Yellow Wolf. Andre 3000 has some of the best guest verses of all time, and we're talking about Big Boy and Yellow Wolf. Yellow Wolf is so trash. And Machine Gun Kelly thought he was trash. Machine Gun Kelly thinks Yellow Wolf is trash.
You okay?
What?
Yellow
Wolf. Okay,
decent.
I'm done with this episode. This was a great episode. Thank y'all for listening. I'm really glad that y'all enjoyed it. We don't have a real set schedule for uploads and whatnot. If you like to see episodes like this, if we want to see more structure, if there's certain topics that you want us to touch on, let us know.
Yeah.
Our social medias will be in the link below and at the end of the video. Other than that, Keandre, you got anything to say?
Thank you guys. Hopefully we garner enough support where we get a following. And hopefully we give back to our communities as well. Hopefully this is turning to be something big. If you have any constructive criticism, please comment below. Look, we open to being wrong. Just don't. We're just giving our opinions, and if we're wrong, we're wrong. So,
absolutely.
but I hope you guys enjoy.
All right, thank y'all. Y'all keep it easy. Be safe. I'll see y'all. We'll see y'all later.